Hi there, my name is Lucas. I'm head of go-to-market at Mimic, and today I'm going to talk about scaling Ethereum development with trustless automation. So in crypto startups, in the dev teams, the automation is never prioritized. There's always something more important, smart contracts, architecture, security. That's why automation, what we've seen in the past, is always procrastinated. The devs waste too much time on this and waste too much time on doing repetitive stuff. So what we've seen working with top protocols and applications in the space, there is a lot of repeated processes that companies do, simple tasks for swapping, bridging, things on chain, and this is a waste of time for any team. A lot of manual intervention, a lot of signing transactions in a manual manner. This usually is error prone and leads to mistakes, funds being sent to wrong address, calling wrong contracts, etc. Some more, I would say, experienced team, they will build custom scripts to automate some stuff, but these are unmaintainable, and then there's no standards on how to automate actions through scripts. Then they always rely on private data sources, oracles, prices, which is usually unreliable. And then, the biggest problem of these keys to execute those transactions are stored in servers, which can lead to critical mistakes, which we've seen in the past many, many times. What we would rather see when it comes to automation is to have standard processes, things being done in the standardized way, low-level abstraction. So it's always down to interacting on chain, calling contracts, moving assets. So some things should be abstracted. Trustless data sources, so we don't rely on the private data. We do have the oracles, price feeds, on-chain, off-chain, that are trustless. Decentralized execution, because you don't always have to decide what solution you're going to use to execute your transaction. You want to have a source of decentralized actors in place. Proper access control, so the team members and whoever needs to access it has got proper rights. And then obviously monitoring tools for checking the statuses, what's gone wrong, what's gone well. So yeah, this would be amazing if we can have that. But our journey to trustless automation, we have been building automation tools for the past 3 years. And the stage one of the on-chain automation we built were what we called on-chain receipts. These come with a lot of benefits, but also downfalls. So, we were able to do protocol integrations. We integrated on-chain oracles, and we had reinforced security through smart contracts. But these were very unflexible. These were hard to change, and every receipt was kind of tied to a very specific customization. Stage two was customizable configuration. So we've learned a mistake. We wanted something that's a little bit more customizable, and we've implemented different things like minimum thresholds, time locks, volume and gas limits, and also access control for different users. But unfortunately, these were highly coupled to the protocols that we've integrated them with. So if our customers asked us, hey, we want to integrate another aggregator, another protocol, we would have to go over again. So the stage three that we've had before the protocol is what we call Lego pieces. So it was highly modular system with protocol connectors. So each protocol, had they're a specific connector. We standardized the tasks. So for every activity, we had a task that also improved the relayer execution. And this allowed us complex modeling because we were able to have much more flexibility and were able to tweak what we can automate. The downfall here is also that it was heavily dependent on us. So any changes that needed to be implemented had to be done by us. So We definitely validated the idea. We've been building automations for the last 3 years. And what's next? We have processed over $4 billion in value through the existing solutions and worked with some of the top protocols and applications in the space. So what we want to do now is we want to open up the playground. So we want anyone to be able to access a standardized way to automate things on chain. Why we want to do this? Lots of developers facing the same needs. Every protocol, every app, they're facing the same problems. There is no robust solution in this space, and we need the standards. Like my previous speaker said, Vitalik wants things that are trustless, that are standardized, and we should always aim for this benchmark. Introducing Mimic protocol, it does contain 3 different layers. So the layer 1 is the planning layer. So in the planning layer, the user or the developer can implement their own tasks. These are done programmatically through high-level coding or through APIs and SDKs, and you decide the triggers and conditions on what you want, how you want them tasks to be, or what's going to trigger those tasks. You have access to curated data from Oracle, so we monitor, or the protocol monitors different curated data sources to trigger those tasks, and the execution is delegated to relayers. Execution layer, it does require no user intervention. That was one of the key things that we wanted to do. So once a user signs the task, it's out in the registry, and then whenever the triggers and conditions are met, the protocol creates an intent on behalf of the user. This allows us to send the intention, to send like what needs to be done on chain, and then the protocol is leveraging existing solvers infrastructure to find the best way to execute this task and to provide the best price, the best execution that is available out there, the last part is the security layer, which is optional for the users. So basically, users can set the on-chain enforcement through the safeguards. We're obviously using the settler contract, which is kind of standard thing for the intent-based solutions. But user can also set the safeguards. So basically, you can define what are the limits, what are the things that you want to specifically happen or not happen when automating the workflows, when automating the tasks. So these safeguards are enforced on chain. So basically, if the safeguards are not met in the execution, they will be basically rolled back and the intent will fail and not get executed. So yeah, we do need trustless automation. And our goal at Mimic Protocol is the standardization. We want to build automation in a way where it's standardized to the level that everyone is using the same battle-tested and secure processes. We want to improve the developer experience, because if developers have more time to focus on things that matter and not on repetitive tasks, on building the scripts all over again and to going through the same cumbersome process, it will improve not only the developer's UX, but also the user's UX. We want to have the curated data sources, so trusted oracles, trusted off-chain and on-chain data, delegated execution to the professional parties like solvers to do so, and abstract the complexity that is involved in creating on-chain automation. So if you'd like to learn more, we have got the docs and we have got a white paper if you also want to learn more about the maths behind the protocol, the security part of it. You can go and visit our website and read more about this. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. I don't think if we have got time for questions. Do we have any questions? We don't. Okay, so I think I'm just in time. Perfect. Thank you very much.